Hello, my first graders. I'm here today with another friendly letter. We're going to go over the parts of the letter again. And today we're going to focus on our closings. Okay, so after we go over the letter and the parts of the letter, then we're going to focus on the closing today. All right, you ready? Let's go over our parts. We have the heading, greeting, body, closing, signature. Okay, so we'll do that again after I go over the letter. I'll back it up so you can see everything. All right, so let's look at our letter today. So today the letter is not for you. I wanted to give you another example of a friendly letter. So I wrote a letter to my friend and I wanted to show you what it says. So I started with my heading, January 3rd, 2021. That's when I wrote this letter. So there's my date. My heading is my date. Dear Christy, that's my greeting. So dear is like saying hi. Christy is my friend. Okay, she's a friend that lives in my neighborhood. So I wrote the letter to her. So that's why her name's here. Before I was writing to you, so it said dear class, but now I changed the person I'm writing to. So I wrote their name here. See how it starts with a capital letter? So dear Christy, I hope you are doing okay. I miss spending time with you. Let me know a good day to call you. I hope to see you soon. Your friend, Catherine. Okay, so I didn't write Mrs. Bell, I wrote Catherine because that's my first name. That's what Christy calls me. So I put my name down here. So I wanted to show you what that looked like as well. Okay, so there is my letter. I wrote it to my friend. It was just really a letter saying hi, letting her know that I miss her. And I was thinking about her. So that's why I picked her. Okay, so when you're writing a letter, you want to think about, well, what do I want to say to somebody? And so that helps you to come up with what you're going to put in the body of your letter. Okay, something different. I put your friend. So I have a new closing today, your friend, comma. And then I put my name. So remember, your name starts with a capital letter too because it's your name. So when you think, before I was putting Mrs. Bell because that's what you call me, but she calls me Catherine. Maybe your parents have a nickname that they use when they talk to you. And that would be what you might want to put down there. All right, so let's back up and we're going to go over our parts of our letter one more time. We're going to label them. And then I'll go into more about closings today. So let me pause and back you up. Okay, boys and girls, let's go over the parts of our letter. You ready? At the top, we have ready? We're going to go through, do our motions and say the words. Heading, greeting, body, closing, signature. Good, one more time. You ready? Heading, greeting, body, closing, signature. So let's label them. Let me see if you can tell me what it is. What part is that? Heading. Greeting. And if you're not sure, remember, you can go back through. Start at the top each time if you need to. Heading, greeting, body, body, heading, greeting, body, closing, heading, greeting, body, closing, signature. All right, boys and girls, I hope you were able to say them in order. So now we're going to take a closer look at our closing because our closing can have more than just, I think we've looked at sincerely, from, your friend. We're going to look at more types of closings. All right, my first graders. So now we're going to talk more about closings. Closings are a way to end our letter. It's a way of saying goodbye without saying goodbye. Just like our greeting says hello without saying hello, it uses the word dear. So there's many different types of closings we can use. These aren't even all the closings, okay? They're just a sample of some that people use that you see more frequently. So we can end it by saying from, comma, and then our name. We can end it by saying love, comma, sincerely, comma, your friend, comma, your student, comma, see you soon, comma. So when we decide what closing to use, it depends on who we're writing to. If you are writing to your parent or to me or to somebody important, somebody you don't know, you wouldn't end with your friend. The only time you would use your friend is if you're writing to a friend. I wrote to my friend Christy, so I could say your friend because we're friends with each other, okay? So that's when you would use something like your friend. Your student, you would use that if you're writing to a teacher. You wouldn't use that if you were writing to a friend or a parent or somebody in your family. Your student is used when you are writing to a teacher. You don't have to use your student when writing to a teacher. You could use a different one, but that's an option when you're writing to a teacher. See you soon. That could be for anybody, especially if there's somebody you're going to see. Now, if you're writing to the governor, you wouldn't write see you soon because you're not going to see them. So this would be for anybody who you actually see, okay? So see you soon is one for somebody you see. From can be for anybody, okay? So this is a very common one. From is for anybody. Love, a lot of times we stick love with our family, okay? Our love, because they're our loved ones. So you're giving them love. You can use love with your teacher because we do have a love for each other. You're my student, so I have love for you. And I'm your teacher, so you might have love for me. It's not the ooh, lovey kind, right? It's just the fact that we care about each other. Then sincerely. Sincerely is for anybody, okay? This is one of the most commonly used closings. Sincerely. And it just means that I wrote that, I meant what I said in the letter. That's what sincerely means. I meant what I said. So those are types of closings that you can use. And when you're doing your closing, you just have to think, who did I write to? Which is the best closing for the person I wrote to? If you're not sure, sincerely or from, they're always good ones to use. Another thing I want to point out to you is with our closings all start with a capital letter. Okay, do you see the capital letters? But the next word, if there's more than one word in the closing, it's a lowercase letter. See, your friend. Your gets a capital, friend is lowercase. So only the first word in the closing gets a capital. It's kind of like when you're doing a sentence, right? The first word gets a capital. The rest are lowercase. It does not end with a period though. It ends with a comma. Do you see the commas? Okay, your friend, comma, your student, comma, see you soon, comma. Because it's not really a sentence. It's just a little, like a little way of saying goodbye, and it gets a comma at the end instead of a period. Okay, so that's something to remember when you're doing your closing. Capital letter, comma.